Okay, so remember, absolute value is a number's distance from 0. For example, the absolute value of -4 is also 4, right? The absolute value of 4 is 4 because 4 is 4 away from 0. And the absolute value of -4 is also 4 because -4 is 4 away from 0. Here in number 1, we're going to compare the absolute value of 8 and the absolute value of -3. How do I know its absolute value? Well, do you see the straight bars on the side of the number? That is absolute value notation. So here on the left side, I have the absolute value of 8. What's the absolute value of 8? How far is 8 away from 0? Well, it's 8 spaces, right? So absolute value of 8 is 8. What about on the right side? I have the absolute value of -3. How far is -3 away from 0? Well, it's 3 spaces, right? So the absolute value of -3 would be 3. So now I want to compare these using less than, greater than, or equal to. So is 8 less than 3? Is 8 greater than 3? Or is 8 equal to 3? Well, you should say 8 is greater than 3, right? So I would choose this option right here. Now here, number 2, again, I'm comparing two numbers, but notice this number on the left, -8.6. I don't want the absolute value of that number. There are no straight bars on the side of it. I'm just taking -8.6 and comparing it to the absolute value of 1.9. I know its absolute value because of the straight bar notation. So the absolute value of 1.9 is 1.9, right? Because it's 1.9 away from 0. So I'm going to compare these. Which number is greater? Which is the bigger number? Well, as you can tell, this number is negative, and this number over here on the right is positive. And if a number is positive, of course, it's to the right of 0. And so 1.9 would be greater than -8.6 because all positive numbers are greater than negative numbers because all the positive numbers are to the right of the negative numbers on the number line. And so when reading this, I would say -8.6 is less than 1.9. In numbers 4, 5, and 6 here, you're again writing an integer to represent the situation. You had a loss of $1,000, so if you're losing money, that's going to be a negative number. If you owe somebody money, that's also a negative number. And if you withdraw money from your account, that's a negative number. Number 7 and 8 there, you're comparing those integers. How would you use a number line to order integers from least to greatest? Well, you need to draw a number line, right? You need to graph the numbers that you want to compare. Okay, I would graph the integers, and then if the number is the least number, what I would expect that to be on the left of the number line, and the greatest number will be on the right of the number line because it's further to the right. And if a number is further to the right, it's greater. So graph the integers. Then I would read from left, because those are my smaller numbers, read from left to the right. Number 10, which competitor makes the shortest, it's kind of cut off here, but I think it's the shortest dive. We'll go with that. Shortest dive. So here's the dive. Okay. Which of these dive the shortest? So if they make a longer dive, they're going to go down deeper. So which one goes down the shortest amount? Number 14, you're selecting all the statements that are true. So be sure you select all that are true. There could be one. There could be more than one. All right. And once you submit, you can view your score. Click Edit Response to fix any ones that you might have missed. Once you get them all correct, you can go back into the Google Classroom assignment, click View Assignment, and then mark as done so that it will tell me you have completed the Google